Oh,
Leadership.
guys, I think we just now. Guys, I think we just now went live. I'm so sorry. I guess I was supposed to press the start live. So now we are on live. I'm so sorry.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's
So we can
start this
recap.
over.
So we did.
So qualities of good leader.
Yeah.
So
Enthusiastic,
Positivity,
Calm, honest.
honest,
ethical,
good
Yeah.
communication.
good communications,
did we say positive?
Yes.
positive. And then Stephanie said you've had a personal experience now with having a good leader.
Yeah. It makes all the difference in the world, I would say. But my leader currently is really excited about developing
That's so
every
cool.
member of her staff to the extent that people are interested. She creates opportunities for people to try out different things, different areas within our work, and part of it's pursuing education, but most of it is really around creating work experiences where people get to grow and stretch a little bit and step into leadership roles that haven't necessarily had that opportunity, just to kind of try it out and see what sticks. So
That is so cool.
Developing everybody, you know.
I feel like that's so important, especially I feel like if you don't feel like you have a good leader, it kind of puts you in a negative mood. I just like that at my old job, and now I work at a credit union, and our leader and our supervisor is just amazing. She's always giving us such positive feedback, and it is always encouraging. Like when I open checking accounts, she's always like, "Oh my God, I heard you opened a checking account. Good job! Like that's so awesome. You guys are doing amazing." Like she's always so encouraging, and she always tries to push us to learn more and to do like our best. And if we're struggling, she is always right there to help us. Like she never just leaves us to hang. She is right next to us, making sure that we get through anything that we need to get through.
I love the timely feedback. That's really
Yeah.
good. So she sounds like she's really engaged with you all.
Yeah, she's so engaged. Like I've never had such a strong leader, and it's so encouraging, when in a workplace.
Yep.
That is nice. I have the opposite.
True.
I have a really bad leader right now.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. I worked through it, but it's interesting going from, because I used to have a very positive leader, and then going to a negative one, you really learn to realize what you like in a leader and what you're looking for.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Both sides of it.
Yeah.
I went the opposite. I went from a really, really bad one to an awesome one now. So I'm really excited
I'm
about that.
hoping that happens to me very soon.
Sending you positive vibes, yeah.
Yes.
I know,
Yeah,
it's so hard.
I
You
did my
never
pen.
realize what you have until you don't have that good leader. And you're like, can I have them back?
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. It's so nice when they're so encouraging and they try to get you to learn, everything that you can and help push you in your own career. So I think that's really important with a good leader.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and a bad leader can have such a negative impact on, I don't know, my previous experience was the complete opposite of what I'm experiencing now with Boeing. So my manager was really harsh and critical and definitely the authoritarian type, a micromanager, and it weighs on you after a while. You start to question your own abilities, and then you get under a good leader, and all of a sudden you're a rock star, and they help you get it back.
It makes you feel like you can't do anything right when they're so negative on you all the time. It's so wearing, because that's how mine was too. I just went from, I actually worked at Starbucks before as a supervisor.
Oh, yeah.
Manager was just, I've had some amazing managers, but my last one was just so negative, and she would tell anything that you would tell her that was confidential. She would tell the whole entire store. She was just very immature. She would never do any positive. She would give positive feedback.
Yeah, very negative, just about like the company in general, not even like, about feedback or being critical or being harsh on employees. She's just more negative about like life.
Yeah, everything. Like they find some stuff, and I think that makes for such a terrible leader when they're so negative. How are you supposed to have your followers be positive and want to work when you are sitting there saying that you are so negative and hate everything? It's like, why are you even here?
It brings employees down, and that doesn't make for a good work morale. It doesn't make me like appreciate my job. So it's like, if you don't like your job and you don't work hard, why should I work hard? Why should I do anything?
Honestly, having such a negative leader, that's why I stopped. I always thought I would stay with the company. I was supervisor for 2 years. I wanted to grow with the company. And
That's where I am.
yeah, and it's sad that I went from having an amazing leader that made me want to feel like that to having such a negative leader that I actually quit. I put in my 2-week notice. I went and found a different job, and I was like,
Yeah.
I can't even stay with this company anymore because I just can't do it anymore.
Yeah. Yep. I'm currently right there.
Yeah.
I think one of the other qualities that I really like about my current leader is, and I definitely consider her more of a leader. She's a leader and a manager, but she's definitely a leader in that she's inspiring, but she's also really empowering to make decisions
That's so
independently. I've worked under managers that are that tightly control things and won't even let you make reasonable decisions. And kind of, you're a professional in your whatever area that you work in, and you want to be treated with trust and respect, and my current manager is definitely one that embodies that. So I appreciate that about her.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Treat me like a grown-up.
Yeah. It makes you feel like alive and appreciated, and such a good feeling.
Yeah. What area do you guys work in?
I work for actually Aveda Corporate. I am in their customer relations department.
Okay. I work in
I actually work at Starbucks.
I have lots of friends up here in Seattle that work for Starbucks.
I've
been a supervisor for almost 3 years. I'm just in the process of getting promoted to ASM.
Oh, congratulations. That's exciting.
I
know how much work that is, too.
Yeah.
Awesome.
The third down from Howard came into our store about 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
And he gave me his card because he knew I was going to ASU and that I've got.
Oh, how cool. I do have to say, he's a really good corporate leader. How he feels about the company and what he does for the, employees. I feel like he is, a great example of what a great leader should be. So
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And so Tom gave me his card, and he says, when you get your 6 classes done, you call me. I will hook you up. So.
Oh, cool.
Great.
That's nice.
Your networking really going.
Nice. So I'm coming back to Seattle.
All right. Come on back.
That is so cool. My friend actually just went there for the thing in Seattle. She's got a store, her own store here, and she just went up there to do this big old thing and met Howard and everything too. So it seems so cool.
Oh, that's really cool.
So I think the company in general. I mean, they promote good leaders.
They do.
Every once in a while, the store I just came from, he was selfish and controlling and power hungry and all of the things that a bad leader is. And, kind of corrupt, and he would never be at work, and, they have to work 40 hours. So, he was dishonest about his hours. And, so he was just like the epitome of bad, but I have the most wonderful lady now that I just
That's
love.
awesome.
Yeah.
Should we switch gears and talk about bad leaders now?
Yeah, let me break out my scroll.
I know. Let me break out my list real fast.
Let's see here. My most recent manager before I came to Boeing was like I mentioned before, really highly critical. I think she wasn't empowered herself. She was a director, and I was a manager there for a healthcare system in comp and benefits, and she was just really negative and, like you mentioned, Taylor, just uninspired, negative, and not supportive at all. She was really micromanaged by her leader, the CEO, and so she kind of kept that coming down pipe. Not so fun.
Those
and my
the worst.
Manager before that was a very new, unseasoned manager and had no training or real talent for management or leadership in any way. So, yeah, just have had several years of not very effective management or leadership.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was just I think not being able to separate your feelings for your job really makes you a bad, to a certain extent. I think you should definitely be able to use your feelings, but when something upsets you or you're immature about it and you you put that into your work instead of keeping it separate from your personal life. That's what my old manager did, and she made it like a horrible experience because just because she felt one way about somebody because she didn't like them personally, she would treat them bad, and she wouldn't give them any kind of encouragement or try to build them up as a person or as an employee. She just kind of gave up on them because she didn't like them as a person.
Right.
So
yeah, that's my manager now. If she doesn't like you as a person, I mean, you just don't matter to her, and it's very apparent, and everyone on the team can see it.
And it doesn't even matter how hard that person works. If they don't like them, it's just like there's nothing that they can do.
It's a personal problem, and if they're not, they're letting their personal feelings in way too much.
Yeah.
That's so frustrating.
Yeah.
It's frustrating because it's just like you just dread. I mean, I remember I dread going to work every day, working underneath my old leader. I dreaded it.
Me too.
Yeah.
I gotta go in again.
Not a good way to spend a third of your life.
No.
No.
Yep.
And Taylor, what you were saying earlier, like how you said that how your leader just is like negative about the whole company. That's another such a bad aspect because that's how she was too. Is she would sit there and say, not exactly about the company, but she hated our store because she got brought in from her old store to go manage our store, and she said, I hate this store. I'm only using it because people that manage this store end up being district managers, and I hate managing the store, but I think I'll get promoted from it. So she just used us as her own personal gain rather than actually caring.
Right, and the fact that she even told you that is just wildly inappropriate in my
Yes, so inappropriate, yeah.
Where you should not be telling your followers these things. Like, keep that to yourself.
Yeah, keep that separate. I couldn't believe it either. It's just...
Yeah. So what makes a bad leader?
So,
I know we've all kind of talked about our experiences with bad leaders, but...
unethicalness,
just not passionate. Like, if you're not passionate about something that you're doing or who you're working for, it shows, and then it rubs off on the team. I think
the authoritarian style leadership, I think, from my perspective, is really counterproductive. So,
yes.
Controlling and not empowering, not coaching, but being really prescriptive about exactly how people have to do their work and micromanaging them is not effective or inspiring.
Yeah.
Yeah, micromanaging. Oh, just so frustrating. And it's like they feel like they have some sense of control, or they need to have some sense of control at all seconds instead of just letting you be your own employee and doing your own thing and showing that you can do it on your own.
Yep.
And like you were saying, if they're disloyal, I mean, you tell them something in confidence and they go and,
Yeah, disloyalty is definitely the negativity of it. It's just not inspiring at all.
Or incompetent. I mean, have you ever worked for somebody that doesn't know their job? And how can you respect and follow somebody that doesn't know what they're supposed to be doing?
Exactly.
Right.
I mean, that's...
Does anybody know what time we're at? It doesn't show a timer on my end.
Yep, I have it on my phone. Sorry, 1 second.
Oh, awesome.
It looks like we're at like 13 minutes.
Okay, we're going to have to wrap it up.
All right.
And then it just says to, what makes a good leader, what makes a poor leader, and then in discussion, consider material from the text as well as personal experiences. And I think we've done a really good job with that.
Yeah.
I think so, too. It was a very passionate discussion, too.
Yeah, it was. I'm glad we all have good experiences to share. Both ways.
I know. I feel like we all got off our chest a little bit, too.
We want Taylor to be happy.
But we don't want to go over, because if we go over, then we'll get docked, is what I read.
Very true. All right.
Thank you all.
Thank you, guys.
You're going to go ahead, since you recorded it, you're going to go ahead and submit it to the teacher?
Yes, I'm going to try to figure it out to see. I think it's just a link I sent her, I do believe, so hopefully that's it.
Yep.
Okay.
Perfect.
Perfect.
All right.
All right, thanks, guys.
Day.
Thanks.
Bye, guys. Have a good night.
See ya.
Bye. Sorry to have to take 2 nights for this.
No, this is perfect. We've got it down.
All right.
Bye, guys.